tell me a bit about yourself?
My name's Cara, I'm 23 and I'm one of the service advisors here at CCM. I've worked in customer service for about 6 years now and I've been with CCM now for a year.
Beautiful.
I'm Kirsty. I look after the accounts for all 3 CCM sites and I've been here a little over 3 years.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I'm 38 years old and I've been with CCM now for 2 years as the service advisor over at Ewhurst.
My name's Hannah, I'm 31 and I'm the sales and marketing manager here. I've worked for CCM for about 4 years and had about 10 years in marketing.
I'm Tina, I'm Operations Director here at CCM. This will be my 25th year. I love what I do. It's not easy, but very challenging.
My name's Amanda. I'm a mother to 3 and I've got 2 lovely grandchildren. And I'm currently a service advisor at CCM.
What did you dream of doing when you were a little girl?
Originally, I had dreams of being one of the amazing cabin crew. Unfortunately, back in the day before security kind of took over, I was taken by one of them onto an aircraft and had a massive, great big panic attack, and it kind of killed those dreams. And then wanted to become a teacher, and then doing some work experience, I realised I don't have the patience to deal with little people. So it was always going to be sort of customer service, and that's what I've ended up doing. So I'm very lucky to do my dream job.
I absolutely love animals, so I always thought I'd be a vet, but I'm kind of squeamish as well, so I can't really deal with that.
Wow, it's a long time ago, but I can always remember after watching adverts on the telly I wanted to be an air hostess. I just thought the uniforms were lovely and the girls always looked really beautiful with lovely lipstick on.
Didn't really have any ambitions as long as I could flip, roll, somersault on my way. Definitely in my teenage years discovered a love of maths and numbers, but didn't really know where that was going to take me.
Growing up, I was always in dance. I've always danced, so I've always dreamt of being in theatre or on television. So, saying out of Mamma Mia would have been perfect.
I wanted to be a teacher, but work experience in a primary school made me realise that I didn't have the patience for it.
Have you heard of International Women's Day before?
I have indeed. At my previous job at the airport, they were very big with championing women and made a big thing about International Women's Day, took lots of photographs and always put stuff on social media. So yeah, it's not a new thing to me, I'm aware of it.
I have heard of it before, but I've never worked at a company that does anything for it, so it's really nice to see that CCM are getting fully involved.
Yes, I have. It's always been a part of my makeup. I always applaud the ladies at CCM on International Women's Day. Small thank yous go a long way. I also very fortunate to have 2 daughters and 3 daughter-in-laws, and I always make a point of celebrating this day with them.
Yes, I have, although I've never been anywhere that celebrated it before, so it was a really lovely surprise to get a card and flowers from CCM.
I have, yes. Mainly on social media. Obviously, I'm of that generation. But I have now seen that it is more of a common thing within workplaces to, celebrate.
I have, and usually the male groans and complaints that go along with it. But this is the first workplace that it's actively celebrated and kind of made a bit more of an effort with.
Do you find it difficult to get involved or integrate yourself in such a male-dominated field?
Yes, definitely. There's always that thought at the back of your head, will I fit in and everything like that. But I have been lucky enough since working here. I've never really had to deal with anything like that, especially due to my age. They all took me under their wing and have now allowed me to flourish and enjoy myself.
I didn't find it difficult when I started here at CCM. I think my male colleagues did more than I did. When I started, it was generally based on the finance side of it, so didn't get too involved with the rest of the team. As my role progressed and my responsibilities changed, I was already part of the furniture and fixtures, so I think they were used to me being there. I do feel like I am just one of the team, no barriers, no different. I have recently done some presentation to other garage owners, which is not about gender, race or religion. It is just about sharing your knowledge that I've learned over the years of being part of this industry.
My family is very male heavy, and I've worked in some male dominated environments before, so I wasn't too daunted by it when I joined CCM. But I didn't need to worry anyway, because I think the team here are really lovely and I've always felt included and valued.
Not at all, no. I've never had a problem. The last two jobs I had were also in male-dominated fields. The final one being working with the refuelling over at the airport. So I think I fitted in nicely when I came to the motor industry because it was a very similar environment with a lot of men, fast-paced, busy, and lots of machineries. Yeah, no, it's cool.
I'm very lucky that I have always worked in more male-dominated jobs, whether it be in retail, which once you get up to a certain level, managers tend to be more male than female. I've worked at the airport, which unless you're kind of in the customer service jobs like check-in, cabin crew, those sort of things, they're all mostly male dominated when you sort of go airside. So fitting in here, it's actually been quite pleasant because they are at least a lot more accepting of women, and we're very lucky with Tina that actively encourages us.
It was a little bit scary at first coming here, but everyone's so kind and welcoming. I found it pretty easy to get on. I work quite by myself, so I think a lot of people didn't really know what I was doing here when I first started. However, now that I've been here 4 years, I feel like I can have my voice heard and everyone's used to me being around and being loud and annoying.
Yeah.
Have you faced any barriers in your career due to being a woman?
Yeah, definitely. Particularly for me again, being a young female, I think a lot of people perceive me as naive, kind of straight off the bat. And yeah, I have had times where, you know, I've been discriminated because of that. I've had the provocative comments. I have had some manual handling at times, and which obviously makes me very uncomfortable. And I've also kind of been made to feel that, you know, it's a man's job. A woman can't do that.
I don't think I have, no. I'm pretty good at not letting things stop me from what I want to do, and I've been lucky in the employment that I have had. Everybody's been very supportive and there doesn't seem to be an issue with you being a woman. So I think if anything, sometimes I think being a female and being very persuasive is a good thing.
I know that previously when I was at the airport I did. Again, it comes down to the fact that they're not expecting to see a woman working on the ramp. So a lot of the pilots and engineers and that would automatically direct their questions and to my partners that I was working with, rather than realising that they're not going to get anything done if they don't talk to me. But here at least it's not so much of a problem because we do have a lot of strong women, not just here at CCM, but also within the industry that usually make a lot more things happen. So it's not so bad here, but I know previously I have had the difficulties.
Yes, previous roles I've definitely had managers who get a little bit handsy, which is really uncomfortable. I'm sure loads of other women can relate to that. I felt like I've been spoken over in meetings, had my ideas swiped, but luckily here it's not really an issue. We've got a great female leader, so I think she set the tone for everyone that, you know, women have ideas and they should be listened to.
Yes, from both colleagues and customers. I think over time the colleagues have adjusted, but customers still look through you on occasion when discussing vehicle-related issues. I don't think it's done intentionally. I think it is an unconscious bias.
I've certainly had times when my ideas have not been heard.
Do you feel supported in your career goals here?
Definitely. Tina is an amazing manager, and if you've got an idea of what you want to kind of achieve, then she will do whatever she can in her power to go and help push us along and encourage us.
Oh, 100%, yeah, 100%. If I ever, you know, if there was anything that I would like to do, to, you know, progress in my career or anything like that. My manager, Tina, would definitely do anything in her power to try and make it happen.
Absolutely. I always push myself, and I'm always encouraged by others to do the same.
Definitely. I think CCM's a very supportive company. They send us on a lot of training. They're always there if you need somebody to talk to. They're always there for advice, and there's always somebody who can help you when you need help.
Absolutely. Our managers are fantastic here. I've had issues before where I've been put onto projects that I didn't like. As soon as I said I didn't like them, they pulled me off, and they've let me go in a direction that I want to go in.
This year's International Women's Day theme is Inspire Inclusion. What does this mean to you?
To me, inclusion means that, you know, everybody plays a part, you know, everybody is on the same level of, you know, so whether you're male, female, you know, everybody should be treated the exact same. You know, us women have successes that may be perceived as better than men, but then also we should celebrate the male side of things as well. But obviously, yeah, us females can do it just as well as them.
Inclusion to me is there being no barriers, regardless of what our sex, age, colour, religion. We're all, in the end of the day, we're all human, so we should all be treated exactly the same.
Exactly that. Inclusive. Doesn't matter your gender, race, culture, religion, everybody has a place.
For me, Inspire Inclusion is all about everyone being involved, no matter your background, where you come from, what you're doing. We all have a voice and we should all be heard.
We should all be treated equally. People's views and ideas should be judged on their merit and not influenced by their gender. Having a daughter myself, I hope that we can keep pushing these issues into the limelight and make positive changes for her future.
For me, the inclusion's about having empathy, so we can all flourish together. It's not just about whether you're male, female, or anything like that. Without that, humanity's not kind of going to survive if we all have our differences. We just have to accept each other. We all have our strengths, we all have our differences, but that is what makes us unique and what makes it great, especially in a team working environment, because we all have different things to bring to the table.
Do you have any women in your life who inspire you?
I have an aunt by marriage, Zarbin from Singapore, who has spent her life inspiring and promoting women in her country, which has been really difficult due to the different cultures that they have. And she has always inspired me to just believe in myself and just do it.
Yeah, my mum, my grandma, my sister, my closest friends. It's just really nice that all these women we see go through so much stuff in their home lives are still able to be happy, still able to be kind and supportive to others around them. And it's something to look up to.
My sister-in-law and my mother-in-law are probably two great big influences at the moment. My mother-in-law, Charlotte, is an amazing woman. She has raised some amazing kids, and she has not had the best year, but she's proven that you can still have a smile on your face and not let it get to you, which is a huge thing. And my sister-in-law, again, she's a high-profile manager for a company over in Ireland, and she has decided that her new passion is ultra marathons. So you put your mind to anything, you can go and achieve it. So they are huge inspirations for me.
Definitely, yes. For me, particularly my late nan, she was she was my role model growing up, as I spent a lot of my childhood with her. So she taught me a lot of things. She's a very wise woman she was. And also my girls, they are definitely the ones to keep me in check, and will always try and guide me in the right direction, even if I don't really listen to them sometimes. But yeah, thanks, girls.
Yes, my mum, I would be lost in my life without her. But also I've seen some really strong women go through some tough battles in the last few years, and the way that they've handled it with such courage, strength and positivity, I think is nothing short of inspiring.
Okay, so apart from my mum, who has always shown me a lot of practical things to do, unfortunately I haven't got any grandparents anymore, and my aunties lived a long way away. So I think I've taken my inspiration from being a mother. I've always tried to teach my girls. I've got 2 girls, and I always like to teach them that they can be anything they want to be. Just because they're female doesn't mean to say they can't do something, and never take no for an answer. And I've also been lucky enough in my previous 2 jobs, including this job now, to have female bosses. And being in a male-dominated industry, it's nice to have a female boss, so you know that even in an industry where it is mainly men, you can still get to the top if you're female.
And finally, what advice would you give someone who wanted to have a career in automotive?
If that's what you want to do, go for it. It doesn't matter whether it's automotive or anything else. If that's what you truly have a passion about, you are going to be one of the biggest strengths that a company can have. Because without that passion and drive, you won't achieve anything. And it doesn't matter that you're female or male, especially nowadays. If anything, I find that women are a lot more patient and a lot more thorough, so they can go and give a little bit something different to looking at and fixing a vehicle.
Give it a go. I found it to be a really friendly and supportive environment.
So coming from a background of, an enjoyment in cars and wanting to be in the automotive industry from a very young age, I was never really given any advice at all. But all I would say for anybody that would like to, either get into the technical side of things or from like the service side of things as well, just do it. There will be challenges, and I've had girls ask me, what's it like working in a garage? I've always given them the truthful response of, yeah, I really enjoy it, but I'm not saying that, I'm lucky where I am, but you will face some challenges, but all I say is if you don't succeed and they don't want you, they didn't deserve you anyway.
Go for it. It's fun. It's very busy and can be quite challenging at times, but it's also very rewarding. And I would definitely encourage, especially females, come and join me. Come to CCM. Get a job in the automotive industry. No, it's good. Yes, I would definitely say there's no barriers here, regardless of what sex you are.
It's a huge industry. It's not just about being a technician. There are so many transferable skills that you can use in automotive, from every admin job to every CEO. So just go for it.
I would say to go for it. I never thought I'd end up in this industry, but it's great. Everyone's really, really supportive. There's so many different avenues as well that you could go into. So just have a bash.
Definitely. Woo, thank you.